on defense seems a little exposed in some ways. Like when the guy got the rebound and was going to turn, you knew where the outlet was going to be. You were jumping it sometimes before you would turn up the court. It just seems like you're thinking through plays more. Is that purposeful?
I think it's what you describe is real. I think when I'm in the zone, I can kind of see things before they happen and feel things before they happen, and I'm able to change the course of these things. So the goal for me is really to be able to be in that zone every time, every possession, and set the tone by doing that, setting the tone for the whole team.
Does that just happen, or is that something you can will into existence?
I try to will it to existence every night, and there's always room to grow, always room to learn. I think for me, just set the tone for the team. Set the tone from the beginning of the game until the end, and try to do that every night. I think just staying consistent, keep playing with urgency every night, and it starts with our preparation. It doesn't start at the tip off. It starts with our recovery. It starts with our mindset. And I think the game in Atlanta was just a wake-up call for all of us to kind of put us in front of ourselves and say, do we really want to be that team, or do we want to be the team that we say that we're going to be, which is a championship team? And I think the answer is pretty obvious for all of us.
Rudy, you guys really defended Bam well tonight. What goes into defending a guy like him to make it a difficult night?
Just make him work, make things difficult for him. Don't give him anything easy, and being relentless, possession after possession.
Offensive rebounding is obviously up a lot recently this season, but it's also across the league. There's a lot more offensive rebounding happening. What do you make of that? Why is offensive rebounding become an inefficiency or an efficiency?
I don't know why this is more happening now. You're the expert, so I think that's probably a trend or something, but it's huge. Offensive rebound is completely changed the course of a game. You can have even if you don't have a great shooting night, if you get extra possessions, a lot of extra possessions, it's a killer for the other team. And the thing too is after those rebounds, usually you get easy baskets, or foul or kick out. So it's a very, very important part of defense. Be able to secure the rebounds.
Earlier in your career, maybe for you were getting sent every time to crash the glass, but sometimes 5-10 years ago, it seems like coaches would be like, get back, set on defense. Does that not feel like it's as much of a need to get back? It just seems like a shift across.
For myself, so I think you're right. I think I remember in Utah early on, we used to want to, the bigs were crashing and everybody else had to get back. And then we kind of, my last few years in Utah, we kind of shifted. Quinn used to say no purgatory, which is you either crash or run back, but no lag time. And I think my last year in Utah, last couple of years, that's when Quinn told the guys to crash, because we realized that crashing was actually slowing down the transition of the other team. If the other team has to box out, they can't really leak out. And if they leak out, you get a chance to get a rebound, and it's not great, right? So we realized that crashing actually helps your defense if you do it right. So I like the way we've been doing it. I keep telling all the guys, we don't want to crash from the top, but all the guys are in the wings and in the corner. When they crash and when I go, usually they send multiple guys to box me out, so we get a lot of extra possessions.
Rudy, how much growth have you seen in Anthony Edwards' game as far as maturity on the court? Obviously, today he had to play with you, and he was like, "Oh, my bad, I missed you." Came over to you, said, "Sorry, I'm gonna get you next time." What have you seen from his growth?
I think he's just seeing things more and more. You know, the game is really slowing down for him, and I feel like he really understands now that his playmaking is what is going to make him completely unstoppable, you know, and completely going to help us be a championship team. And then he's been embracing that. You know, he used to hate getting doubled. I think now he understands that it's a form of respect, and he understands that once he gets doubled, I mean, one of his teammates is going to get an easy shot. So he understands that, and he's been a lot better at making the simple play, you know, and not trying to make the home run play.
You said before the game tonight that you want to see Jaden get a little bit more involved. What kind of a swing is that for you guys when Jaden is as assertive as he was tonight offensively, and how disruptive does that end up being?
I mean, it's huge. It's huge, but it starts with us getting him involved. It starts with us putting the ball in his hands, playing with flow, you know, and you know, when all 5 guys on the court have that mindset, you know, it's really, really tough for the defense. Jaden is capable. He has all the tools to create, and he's also a good passer. You know, he's shown that this year, that he was, you know, able to, like, similar to what I just said about Ant. I think Jaden, like, this year is showing that he can pass the ball. You can't fool me anymore. Yeah, Jaden? I say you can pass. I know you can pass. You can't fool me anymore.
Rudy, you know, Johan gets a chance to play tonight. You know, kind of bench clearing the end of the game. Just, is there a certain sense of like satisfaction from you guys being able to see the younger guys that maybe don't get a lot of playing time? You know? For
sure. I mean, it's great for them to be able to see the floor, and it's great for us to be able to sit down, ice our knees, and cheer for them. You know, so they put a lot of work every day, and you know, I think it keeps it's good for the team. It's good for the spirit of the team.
You had 4 rebounds in the first half and 13 in the second half. What changed?
They miss more shots, and I think also there is something that offensively, I think, you know, sometimes early in the game, guys gonna be boxing me out, and then I think over the course of the game, they get worn out. You know, they get more tired, and I keep going.